My name is Max, I'm 27 years old, from Austria, and I'm in love with skateboarding and surfing, and I want to follow my passions forever. In this video, I'm going to talk about my life, my attitude to sports, and why I started Daily Max. So make sure to grab a coffee and let's have our first coffee talk together. Damn, I'm really doing this. I'm starting a vlog. Where should I even begin? I think it all started when I was traveling alone in Australia. I was living in my car for about 5 months. I had plenty of time for myself to really figure out who I am and what I want to do with my life. And it was pretty clear that I dedicated my life to sports. I have always been passionate about board sports. I grew up in the mountains of Austria. I started snowboarding at the age of 7 and I started skateboarding at the age of 12. The one thing that fascinates me about board sports is that you constantly overcome fear when you try new tricks or going down the steepest road or riding giant waves with the surfboard. I think it's about these moments when you're truly free, when you forget about time and just live in the moment. And I'm going to chase this feeling for my whole entire life. But practicing these kinds of sports actually puts a lot of pressure on your body. And probably if you're into skating, surfing or snowboarding, you have had an injury. It can happen pretty quickly, just a slightly different stance on the skateboard, overshooting on a kicker, getting blown away. Oh no, wind again. By the wind? Yeah. I really have to get a nice setup to make these videos properly. Where did I stop actually? Skateboarding? I actually broke my ankle pretty badly when I was 14. My ankle was bent to the side. I had 2 screws in my ankle joint for 1 year. And I don't want to be there again, It took me forever to recover properly. I had to learn walking again, getting rid of the tension. And I had pain in my snowboard boots. I couldn't really commit to snowboarding and that really sucked. But then my physio told me to use a foam roller. And at the beginning I was like, why should I just roll on this stupid plastic roll? It fucking hurt. But anyway, I kept doing it for a few weeks and it was slowly getting better. I could gain more range of motion. I could get rid of pain. And that's when I really got hooked on active recovery. I was studying sports equipment technology in Vienna from 2013 to 2018. Besides my studies, I have always been focusing on my body. I have been doing bodyweight workouts, mobility training, stretching, rolling, just everything to make sure that I don't get hurt again while doing sick tricks on my skateboard. But you can't totally avoid injuries. And in 2017, I broke my foot again while doing a crooked on a handrail. Slightly after that injury, I actually became a certified BLACKROLL Trainer. And since then I have been helping others to improve their performance and well-being by rolling, stretching and just focusing on the body in a holistic view. I had to set everything up again. How did I get into surfing? The first time I surfed was in 2016 in France, just for 1 week. It was pretty fun, but I couldn't really get into it. But after finishing my studies in 2018, I moved to Australia for 1 year, and that's when I really got hooked on surfing. For me, it's just the most sustainable sport of all time. Even though I had over a decade experience in board sports, surfing was just so difficult. It's just a whole different kind of sport. There's so many things that you have to pay attention to. Reading waves, just sitting in the lineup, watching the waves coming in, building up, and you have to make sure that you're on the right spot, that you start paddling at the right time and taking off, looking back. There are so many things at the same time, so you can't really focus on all of them at the beginning. I didn't care at all if the waves are good or bad. I didn't even know if they were good or bad. I just saw some waves and I was going for a surf. I got smashed a lot. But that's when you learn. From failure, you really can learn and progress. It took me probably about 3 months to ride a proper wave. I still know how it felt. It was just amazing. It was pure freedom, pure joy, and surfing itself wasn't a problem at all. What was difficult for me was to play with nature, this new environment, surrounded by water, huge masses of water. So surfing was something new for me, but it became so important to me and I don't want to miss out on surfing in my daily life. If you want to learn more about my attitude to board sports, just read the blog post that I wrote. Link is in the description below. Daily Max. Why did I start with Daily Max? I was always keen to do my own business or my own thing, just live life how I wanted to live it. I have created a concept to sustainably practice board sports by taking care of the whole body. I want to share my concept with you. And this concept includes working on your muscular strength, your mobility, flexibility, as well as on your nutrition. All these things are connected. And if you use them properly and if you work on them on a daily basis, you can support injury prevention. I'm chasing my dreams. I want to live somewhere close to the beach. And I want to open my first physical institution in about 5 years. So this is what I'm doing right now. These are the first steps. If you want to reach a certain goal, you have to act now. Taking small steps on a daily basis is better than craving for a huge step overnight. It's just more sustainable. Daily Max represents my lifestyle and I hope to eventually earn enough money with it to just simply survive. Some people were asking me, how do I get money at the moment? Where do I get it from? What do I do for work? And I'm just like, I skate, I surf, I play the guitar, and besides I'm doing some hours in the Blue Tomato shop, which is a really nice surf, skate and snowboard store. My attitude to money has changed significantly. During my studies I was kind of a capitalist. I was just want to have more money, and I was working my ass off. But during travels I enjoyed life. Living free is just more important than being rich or wealthy. So money is not something I'm really striving for, but is kind of necessary to survive. In the last few weeks I got a couple of comments about my motivation, my daily strive for something and where do I get it from. I got a really nice morning routine including reading, writing, meditating, affirmations and of course working out. Besides, I visualize my goals. I created a vision board at home and actually I have a vision board on my body. I love tattoos and on my right arm all my passions and things I don't want to forget are tattooed. So I have this nice broccoli to really focus on my nutrition. I have the surfer here. I have the word smile tattooed here, which just always reminds me to keep smiling. I got the surfboard and the skateboard with the sun behind, which I actually took for the Daily Max logo. And I got a black coffee here with a book and one of the best sides from a book, which is what we fear doing most is usually what we most need to do. In easy words, get out of your comfort zone. So this was the first coffee talk with Max. See you in the comment section below or on the next week's episode. Until then, take it nice and easy. I will post instruction videos for rolling, flexibility or mobility every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central European summertime. Additionally, I'm going to have a coffee talk like this once a week where I basically talk about anything that pops up in my mind. I will still continue writing on my blog and I will post a new topic every Thursday at 6 p.m.